What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the Extra Point episode 51
That's right.
Halloween special. As you can
That's
see,
right.
Bob Ross, Jackie Moon. We're doing pretty damn good. Got
We're
the
pretty
froze
good.
going.
We're doing
I like
really
it.
good.
I like it.
You know, I'm glad we didn't go scary. I'm glad we went with iconic. You know,
Right.
I like it. My first time doing an iconic thing. Pretty cool.
It's my first time dressing up in like 5 to 6 years.
You have
It's
a
been a while.
sad 5 or 6 years of your life, man.
It's been a while. But yeah, anyway, we have a couple topics here today. I'm going to go on another rant, obviously.
We love your rants. You
Yeah.
can go on them all the time. if
That'll
you want.
be later on, though. I'm not going to do it right off the rip. Pretty depressed right now with in the world of football. But yeah, let's get into it. By the way, cheers.
Oh,
Nick,
cheers.
Cheers. I want to
Cheers.
see you drink with that mustache
Thank
on.
you. Okay. God damn it. The key is to get it on the bottom lip and just tip it back and not get involved with the top lip.
I mean,
at
you're
all.
doing a good job. I probably would have failed already.
You know, I'm halfway done with it, so I'm doing pretty good.
All right, good. Anyway, let's get started. Kurt Hills, good fan of the show, wanted to talk about the playoff picture. We're nearly halfway done with the season already.
Right.
Fuck, time flies. What the fuck? Already.
Yeah, week 7, right?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
This is fucking stupid. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Kurt Hills wanted us to give our playoff prediction and playoff picture to the end of the season. So, number 1 spot in the NFC, Nick. What do you got?
Prediction, probably the same. Cardinals.
Okay.
Most of my list, before we go any further, is essentially the same. There's several teams got to switch up, taking the tail end of the playoff spot. You'll appreciate at least one of them, not both of them.
Right.
But the Cardinals, I've been bagging on the Cardinals, but I mean they're good. Like right now, they're good. I'm still waiting for them to blow it. It's going to be in the playoffs, obviously, when it matters. They might. You know what's going to happen? This is off the top of my head. It's going to happen. They'll get the first round bye because they'll probably get first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll lose their first fucking game, and it'll be the biggest wasted season they've ever had.
It probably would be.
I could see that happening. But yeah, the
It'd be
Cardinals,
more
I'll
embarrassing
put
than
respect
2015.
on them. They're so good right now. They beat a couple good teams so far. I'll give them a chance. I think they can get first in the NFC. So I'm leaving most of the NFC the same.
How do you think they'll do in the playoffs? How do you actually think they'll do in the playoffs?
Swear to God, I would not be surprised if they lost the first game.
Okay. All right. So you're still sticking with your prediction, or like you were talking to Jacob last week.
Yeah, this
Same
is
shit.
playoff prediction, not Super Bowl prediction. So
Okay.
that's going to be the same. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my first pick, or my number 1 seed in the NFC, I got the Rams. 16-1. They lost to the Cardinals.
Think they'll win out?
They are winning out.
Damn.
They are winning out.
I wouldn't be too shocked if they did. I think they're really good.
They don't have that hard of a
Win out?
schedule.
Shit.
No, I think they will go 16-1. Their only loss being to the Cardinals.
So
That will be your number 1
you think
seed.
they'll beat them a second time? Because I called that a few weeks
Absolutely.
ago.
Yeah. They'll beat
Nice.
them a second time.
Nice.
So yeah, 16-1 Rams. That's my number 1 seed. What about your number 2 seed?
Okay, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 are really. You can flip a fucking.
Let's go
coin.
in order though.
Okay,
Number 2.
currently it's the Bucks.
Right.
I think it'll be the Cowboys.
Cowboys number 2 seed. Okay.
Well, only because the Rams are in that division with the Cardinals. So
Well, yeah.
You're not going to have 1 and 2.
So
in the
they'll
same
probably be
division.
like 5 really.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're really the true 1 or 2.
Right.
So I'll go with the Cow, but it's really just what do I feel like today? Because it could be any one of those 3. I'm going to go with Cowboys for 2. They don't have that tough of a schedule.
No,
I don't
they don't.
think. And they're really fucking good. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys, putting some respect on the boys. How about them?
How about them Cowboys? All right.
Gotta
So
get them.
number 2, Buccaneers, 16-1.
There's
Yep. You're gonna have 2 teams that are going 16-1 in the NFC. Now
that's
they lost to the Rams already. I think they can win out in the NFC South, obviously. And they do have their only
Probably.
really tough matchup is Week 14 against the Bills at home. So that one they could go 15-2.
So
But
these are all victims of schedule then.
yes,
Okay.
they could go 15-2 with the Bills beating them, but I'm gonna go Bucks 16-1 with the win against the Bills, and they are your number 2 seed. It's two 16-1 teams
in the NFC.
Yep.
All right. Hey.
Yep.
Whatever you say, dude.
All right. So number 3, who you got?
Number 3, I got the Buccaneers. I don't think they're going to go 16-1. I wouldn't be shocked if they won 14 games this year, or at least 13-3, 13-4,
right?
Whatever it is now. And I mean, for the same reasons, they got an easy schedule and they're going to be good. But you know, they're going to have some bad games here.
Yeah,
they might lose.
Obviously.
You know?
I mean, when I'm doing this, I'm looking at like, all right, talent. What's going on right now?
Straight up talent, the Buccaneers could go undefeated.
Exactly. Could be injuries playing a factor later on. We can't predict that. Just a bad game, shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, it happens. My number 3, I switched. I did the opposite of you. I got the Cowboys at number 3 instead of number 2.
You know, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
you
going 15-2. I think they're going to kill it.
God,
their losses,
fuck, man.
They already lost to the Bucs in week 1. I think they're going to lose to the Chiefs later on as well. As bad as the Chiefs are playing, it's going to be a shootout. Chiefs still got a pretty good offense, obviously, if Mahomes can stop with the fucking turnovers.
Dude, their defense, I mean, they'll.
Oh, yeah,
their offense will have to score 45 points.
It's going to be like 3 years ago with the Rams and the Chiefs, that 50-40 game.
Oh yeah, that was something, huh?
It's gonna be high. Watch it be like 10-3, but
okay.
projected high scoring game.
Yeah,
I think the Chiefs are going to pull it out. Cowboys are going 15-2 with the 3rd seed.
Damn, man, that's fucking crazy. Okay, that's fine.
All right, what do you got? Number 4.
We're 4. This one I don't quite understand. I got to go Packers, but once again, only because the Rams, I had them losing their division closely to the Cardinals.
Right.
Otherwise, the Rams would probably be second to me.
Yeah.
But I got to go Packers just for that reason. And they're a good team. I don't think they're going to be a good... They could easily lose their first playoff game, though. I don't think... Like, when they... We'll talk about the Bengals later a lot. But they're very inconsistent at, like, bad moments. Like, Crosby could lose them a game. He almost lost them a game.
Their defense could easily lose them a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you know, Rodgers is so great that he makes up for it. So, they're a solid 4 in my opinion, and their record proves it. So
I got you. Yeah, we pretty much nailed it. 4. I got the Packers, obviously. The only team that could be close to them, and they're still not even that close, is the Vikings. But I got them going 14-3.
Okay.
Their losses being to the Saints.
Yep.
Now, we were saying our prediction in our little football chat, and you made your prediction, Packers versus Cardinals. You said the Packers are going to win. Jacob said the Cardinals are going to win. I'm going to side with Jacob. I think the Cardinals will win that game. Also, Devontae Adams will be
I was going to say, quick side note, I said that before Adams was on the COVID list.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
That's
so
understandable. Now, Jacob's going to come back and say, excuses.
Yeah.
Personally, I think the Cardinals are going to beat him anyway, but it'll be a lot closer if Devontae.
If they had Adams, I think Rodgers would pull some Rodgers shit out and beat him like in clutch fashion, like he always does.
But yeah, I got the Packers going 14-3, losing to the Saints, obviously, Cardinals, and they play the Rams later on. I think they're going to lose against the Rams.
Yeah, probably.
So 14-3 Packers, and like Nick was saying before, people jump the gun and say, "Well, the Cardinals are undefeated." We're going based off of playoff predictions. So your first 4 teams are your division winners. Yeah. Since we said the Rams are winning the division, right? Did you say no?
I said Cardinals are going to win.
I'm saying the Rams are winning the division.
So that's why I have the Rams way down to the next one at 5.
But they should be like number 2.
Only reason. Yeah, number 2, possibly 1. Yeah. So that's the only reason they're 5. Yeah. Their defense is still, I think, best in the league after the way the Panthers have been recently. And their offense is top 10. Right. And they got the best receiver statistically in football right now. I think Cooper Kupp has 27 catches a game for 120 yards and 3 touchdowns. The guy's crazy.
He's ridiculous.
So, yeah, the Rams are a true number 1 or 2, but they're 5th because I'm trying to be nice to the Cardinals, and this is what fucking happens.
Yeah. So I got the Cardinals at number 5, obviously. I mean, they would be like number 2 or 3, but I got them at 14-3. Mm-hmm. They're losing to the Panthers. I'm going to stick to that. Still losing to the Panthers. Okay. They're going to lose to the Rams later on. And I have them losing to the Cowboys. Cardinals. Yep. Cardinals are going 14-3 with losing to the Panthers, Rams, and I think they're going to lose to the Cowboys later on.
I like it.
So
I love that, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be that's another game that's going to be high scoring, obviously.
Yeah.
So number 6 seed. Now here's where it gets tough. Who do you got in the 6th seed?
Currently, it's the Saints after their win on Monday night.
Right.
Only because Geno Smith sucks. But let's be honest, they're the worst 4-2 team possibly in the last 20 years. They're not good. They beat a bad Patriots team. They beat a Packers team that I don't think they knew it was like regular season, right? And then they got shitty against the Seattle team without Russell Wilson. So their wins aren't that big a deal to me. I'm going to put the Vikings there because their defense is pretty outstanding, and I'll give you some love on Kirk Cousins. I mean, they got good weapons on offense, playmakers, I'll say, and Cousins is he can control the game very well. Yeah. They can win games. They're only 500 right now, but they had a bye week.
Right.
So, but they can. I mean, they almost beat the Cardinals. I mean, their losses are really close. Their wins are close. But they're a good team, I think. Very underrated team. Their defense is stout. Man, their defense is stout. So I think they're going to end up with the 6th spot, knocking the Saints off. And we'll talk about the last spot in a minute with the Saints. But who do you got at 6?
At number 6, I got the Saints.
Really?
I think they will be going 11-7.
And they're going to get 6 with that?
Yeah. I think they'll get 6
the drop
at
off
11
in the
and 7.
NFC is crazy.
Well, it's 16, 15, 14, and then 11.
Yeah.
Get ready for number 7. So, yeah, I got the Saints going 11-7. They're obviously going to lose to Tampa twice. They already lost to the Panthers once.
Yeah.
I think they're going to beat them later on in Atlanta twice. But, yeah, I got the Saints at 6. They're not a bad team. They're probably next year they're going to have to start rebuilding.
Yeah.
They're already having to start rebuilding, but they're playing pretty good. Jameis is doing better. Sean Payton's obviously a great offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. So he's doing a good job with Jameis. I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing. Hate to say it because I fucking hate the Saints, but they're doing pretty good, and I think they'll get the number 6 spot at 11-7. So who you got at number 7?
Number 7, you're going to love this. I got the Panthers. Main reason is because the schedule. And also, in this little 4-game skid that y'all been on, there are some good excuses to be made. And injuries and lack of key players in the backfield on defense and on offense. He's just one guy, but he is one incredible player, McCaffrey. That's going to make a huge fucking difference. You're going to get Gilmore back in a few weeks. Your other cornerback, I don't know. CJ Henderson, he'll be back. I don't think Horn's coming back. I could be mistaken.
If we made it.
He could come back in this season. So defensively, you're going to be helped out there. Offensively, McCaffrey should be back the second. Well, it's already second half of the season. You should be back for the last month of the season. But mainly the schedule. When you look at y'all's next 6 games, you play one game or one team that's currently in the playoffs. That's the Cardinals. That's it. All the other teams you're playing are less than 500. Which y'all are too, but you're not a true 3. Like you're
the Bills.
No, next 6 games. Y'all play the Bills after that.
Games.
It's like
Gotcha.
It's 8 games from now. So y'all can easily win all but maybe 1 or 2 games. And y'all could beat the Cardinals. You said you're going to beat the Cardinals. Mm-hmm. I believe you could. You could win your next 6 games straight up. So the next 6 weeks are big for you guys. I think you'll take the 8th spot. And I don't get you like the Saints. I think they're like, to me they look like 2-4, but they're 4-2 somehow. I really don't.
No, I think if our defense was fully healthy, we could beat the Saints again. But
you're going to beat the Saints again. You don't think so? Are you that low on the Panthers or that high on the Saints?
We'll get to that later.
All right. Well, I got Panthers in at the 7th spot.
Okay. I got the Vikings in at 7. With a negative record at 8-9.
We're one team off.
Yeah. Vikings, I think, are going to go 8-9 and make the playoffs. They can easily win out in their division besides the Packers, obviously. So that's 4 wins right there. They already beat the Panthers.
4 lines.
Yeah. So I think they're going to go 8-9. We already talked about Kirk Cousins having a good year. They finally figured out they're doing a lot of play action now, which is great. I know they beat us just running play action on offense. And that's Kirk Cousins' strong suit right now. So I think if they keep to that on offense, their defense is naturally good. I think they'll be pretty good and really hard to beat later on. I mean, I don't see them doing damage in the playoffs, but they can definitely get there.
They can make it, yeah.
Do you have teams like in the hunt in the NFC?
I stopped it right there, man. No, well, let me hear what you got. I'm interested.
So I got 2 teams of each conference in the hunt. I got the Eagles at 8-9. Could possibly squeak in the Eagles, yeah.
Okay.
Just because I think they'll beat the Giants too. They might split with the Redskins. They're
not
lose to
beating
Dallas.
The fucking Cowboys, yeah.
So I think they can go 8-9.
I can see that just because like the football team is so average and disappointing,
right.
And the Giants are the Giants, and okay, all right, I can see that.
So and then I got Seahawks at 8-9 too. I didn't include the Panthers. You'll hear why later. Seahawks at 8-9, possibly. They've had some good fought games. They're 2-6 now, right? They just lost to the Saints.
Yeah, and what 3 straight without
but they
Russell?
were most of them have been close.
Yeah, you
they're
put
not
Russell
bad.
Wilson in, and they probably win the fucking thing.
Russell will be back in probably 2-3 weeks.
Yeah,
I would think. So yeah, they can easily come back. I don't think they're a great team per se. But
they got playmakers.
Russell is the guy. Russell, you could put him on any other team and they'd be fucking great. Besides the Jets and Jags,
they'd be good.
And Texans.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that's the NFC. We're pretty much even. I know we have the Rams and Cardinals.
The one
flip.
in the playoff was the Saints and Panthers flip is interesting to me. But I know why we'll talk about your Panthers opinion later. Let's jump to the AFC, though.
All right, so who you got number 1 in the AFC?
Currently number 1, the Bengals. They're going to stay that way? I don't think so. Okay. I am very high on the Chargers. I think Chargers will be first in the end. No disrespect to the Bills, but I'm high on my Patriots for a couple reasons, and we'll talk about that later. But I think the Chargers will end up first, respectively. We'll talk about the Bengals later too.
Right.
But I think there's really the AFC's fucking close.
It is really close. It's
literally the all playoff spots currently are almost essentially the same record. Several guys have played each other and lost. It's going to be close. So I'm really it's all riding on old Herbert. I just love that guy so much.
He's amazing.
I got him going, taking his team to a bye week in the playoffs.
Don't you feel bad for Dolphin fans? Passing on Herbert and going for Tua. I told you Tua. No, not Alabama quarterbacks. But Mac Jones has proven me wrong.
Mac Jones proven that wrong a little bit, but
let's see if he can keep it up. But he's good. He might be the difference maker.
Yeah, well, I think Tua's had a good couple games, but the Dolphins in general, yikes, man.
Yeah, they're not great. So my number 1 seed, and so my number 1, 2, and 3 are all tied at 14-3. And I went to the schedules and I saw why I ranked them a specific way because of who they face. Number 1, I got the Titans at 14-3. The fucking Titans.
Really?
I think they're going to lose. They lost to the Cardinals. They lost to the Jets, and they will lose to the Rams later on.
Okay. Yeah. No. Well, you just pretty much named their 2 lowest points. There's no way they're getting lower than losing to the Jets.
No.
And then getting demolished. And like they're one of the worst games they've had since Vrabel's been the coach.
However, I think the NFC is a lot better than the AFC. AFC's closer, but the NFC teams are a lot better than the AFC.
The top teams in the NFC are better than the top teams in the AFC.
Yeah, by far. So I'm going to say the Titans at 14-3 because they lost to the Cardinals, Jets, and Rams.
Okay.
All right, so who you got at number 2? And plus, they're a good team. They're not bad.
Yeah. Number 2, I will put the Bills at 2. Quick note, I have them losing to the Patriots this many times.
What?
This many games.
Twice?
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
I'm not.
I want to. No. We're gonna stop there. How and why?
How and why?
Yeah. Let me hear it.
Let's look at last year. Most opt-outs, most players gone from the previous season. Right? We went 7-9, and we literally were one Cam Newton fumble away with 30 seconds left from winning the fucking game. With last year's team.
That's last year.
They have the exact same team. They might have the same record. Instead of 12-4, we'll call it 13-4 this year. Or you could say 14-3. Be the same fucking team. We have an improved team. And also, the prediction was made before I found out one of our top cornerbacks is out for the season. That'll hurt. Not Jackson, our second guy. That'll hurt. But our offensive line is slowly coming back into form. We're getting healthier, and our run game is starting to move. And I think once our offense gets going, I think we could end up possibly in a top 10 offense scenario. And our special teams is still great. He's not like Justin Tucker, but statistically, he's the best field goal kicker in the league right now, Nick Folk. We have an all-pro punter, an all-pro kick returner, punt returner. So in all three phases, we're starting to come around.
Special teams has always been good with the Patriots.
Yeah, we're starting to come around. I think overall we can give them a run for their money. And then in the end, it's Bill Belichick over Sean McDermott. And I love Sean McDermott. He's one of the best coaches in the league. But he's not Bill Belichick. And I think Bill Belichick right there is the tip that'll put us over in both games. Call me crazy. We've done it before. And I think we'll do it again this year. That being said, I don't know if the Bills will lose to any other teams. They got a bye week next week anyway, so I don't know what other losses they're going to have. But I think we're going to beat them a couple times this year.
I have them at number 2 at 14-3. I did have them going 6-0 in their division.
Both games?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Now, you're right. The Patriots and Bills, it could flip flop. I get it. Just because it's a division game.
It's biased for me anyway.
That's it. I mean, but it's true. It's true. The Patriots aren't a bad team.
Yeah.
And Bill Belichick, he could pull anything out of his ass being the best coach ever.
That's right.
So, yes, I can see why you'd say, I don't think twice, but I can see maybe one. But for my record's sake, I have them going 6-0 in the division.
Okay.
Their losses being to the Bucks, which they've already, So the losses being to the Bucks, Titans, and did not put the fucking Steelers in there. No, I did not.
The Steelers, huh?
Yeah. I don't know what their third loss. We'll say the Patriots.
Okay.
Okay, so 14-3, Bucks, Titans, and Patriots, okay?
Okay.
They are, and I think that Titans loss is what's going to bite them in the ass. Do I think the Bills are a better team than the Titans? Yes.
Overall,
100%.
Yeah, their defense is way fucking better.
But they lost, so when you have a tie, 14-3,
They do it. Yeah.
It goes to the Titans. So that's why I think they're number 2. But the Bills are a great team, and I think they will make it. They probably will go to the AFC Championship, in my opinion.
Okay.
Or pretty close.
I can see that.
So who you got number 3?
Number 3, it's only because I was going to put the Raiders at 3, but then when you look at the Titans, it's only because their division. They don't have another good team in their division. They're not. They could. I think they could pull a fucking Vikings, like go 8-9 and win their fucking division. Okay.
Yep.
That's why they're gonna. They're not going to. They're gonna win it probably 12, 13 games, maybe 14, like you're saying.
Yeah.
But that's why they're gonna be third in my opinion.
Schedule. They have an easy.
And they have an easy schedule. Yeah. If they would have been, if they'd have woke up the first. Let's say the lost Cardinals. They'd have woke up week 2 or whatever it was.
And at least
beat the Jets. Then maybe looking at a 15-win season maybe, but third just because their schedule. I don't know what they're going to do in the playoffs. Have they beaten a great team yet? I don't think so.
Not really.
So,
the Bills.
Okay, beat the Bills. Well, when Derrick Henry's Derrick Henry, it's hard to stop.
Right.
So, and I'll talk about him later. But they got great. They're one of those teams. They got great players, but overall, like. Henry's easily the best running back in football, like unstoppable right now.
Yep.
And that's it. And they got a great receiver, and that's it. They got 1 or 2 great defensive players, but overall, on paper, like it's just those guys that are carrying them. Like, let's say Henry goes down, oh, there goes Titans.
Yeah, you're right.
There they go.
100%.
They'll lose every game.
Yep.
So, yeah.
100%. So I got the Chargers at number 3, going 14-3.
I respect it. Appreciate it.
I think they're amazing. We are very high on Justin Herbert. Always have been since he came into the league. Yeah. I know when Tyrod Taylor was starting in front of him, me and you both said, "What the fuck?"
Yep.
And he sadly got hurt.
We got to play him this week. Oh my god.
He got hurt, and things worked out. Like we said, we're right most of the time. So Chargers at 14-3. I have them losing to the Chiefs once. Cowboys and the Ravens. So going 14-3.
We lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah, tough losses. Yeah, tough losses. They're a great team. I mean, and like we said, things could injuries could happen, shit like that. But I have them going 3rd in the league or 3rd in the AFC, 14-3.
Okay.
Now who you got for?
This is where I go back to back in the same division. Starting, this will be the number 1. Bengals winning the AFC North. probably going into the season was the toughest division in the league, and probably still is as far as
it is 100%.
You got give me at least 3 playoff teams. I just think they're going to win their division. They already beat the fuck out of the fucking Ravens.
Yep.
And then they played the Browns. They beat the Browns, right? I think they beat the Browns once already. The Steelers, they beat the Steelers. They're 3-0 in their division. That's off the brain. So
I don't think they beat. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm pretty sure they did. So they're halfway there to being 6-0 in their division, and quite frankly, that's all I got to do to get the number 1 and get a playoff spot. But they're actually really good. They should have had the Packers. Their kicker had a shit ass day. They should have beat the Packers. I think they got a pretty tough schedule coming up. I don't know if you have it pulled up. I closed them, unfortunately.
To the Bengals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 2-0.
2-0, sorry. So I think I closed it, but I had their schedule up earlier. It's pretty tough, but dude, they're good, man. I think their defense, if we want to talk about it first, I know that was one of our topics, talk about the Bengals. Just quickly, they're 5th in points per game allowed, which, how weird is this? 18.3. If you go back like 10, 15 years ago, that's probably 22nd in the league, right? They give up 18.3 points per game, and their offense gets 27. That'd be top, 3 in the league, right? They're 7th in the league, but still, they're top 10 in both big categories, and they've beaten 3 playoff teams already. The Vikings, or 2 playoff teams, the Vikings and the Ravens, and they should have beat the Packers. So they're a pretty good team, and Joe Burrow, getting a little turnover happy lately, but they're winning games.
I'll wait to talk about them so we can have a topic for John.
Sure.
But at my number 4, like you said, it's a toss-up, huge toss-up. I'm going to go 12-5 with the Ravens as my number. I think they're going to win the division. So their losses are going to be to the Rams, Packers, and Raiders. I think the Bengals, Browns, and Ravens, when they play each other, they're all going to split. They're all going to go 2-0 against the Steelers, but they're going to split against each other.
Yeah.
The only difference between the Bengals and the Browns, the Ravens already beat the Chargers. And the Bengals and Browns both lost to them.
Interesting.
So that's why I'm going to put them ahead. Ravens 12-5, losing to the Raiders, Packers, and Rams, and they're going to win the division if they split with the Bengals and Browns, obviously. Yeah. So I got them at number 4. They're not a bad team. Lamar is doing better than we thought, honestly. I still am not sold on the passing because of last week against the Bengals.
That Monday night game that he had was an anomaly. He ain't doing that shit again in his career.
And he got fucked over when he passed against the Bengals.
Yep, less than 50% passing. Made him throw it 40 times. But that's a good spot.
But I have them at number 4. Number 5, go ahead.
Number 5.
Your first wild card spot.
Raiders.
Raiders. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, only because they got 5 wins already, 5-2. Already beat a couple good teams. They've already beat the Ravens to open the season, which is a crazy game. Yeah. And they're 2-0 without John Gruden. I'm not saying he was their problem, but maybe as a team, they're kind of doing this whole let's come together type of thing. They've had a couple of fairly dominant wins in back-to-back weeks. The Eagles, you said, are a pretty tough team to beat. At least defensively, they're in your hunt team. Am I correct?
Right.
Okay. And they beat the brakes off of them just last week. I mean, they're a pretty good team. They handled the Broncos with ease, and they got a good defense. So, yeah, I mean, they're definitely a playoff spot for me. I don't see why not.
I'll get to that in a little bit. So for my number 5 team for the wild card, I got the Bengals going 11-6. They're losing. They already lost to the Bears, Packers, Chiefs, and Chargers. Those are going to be the 4 losses.
Okay.
Along with the Ravens and Browns as the other 2. So I got them going 11-6. I'll talk about them later because John, Gary wanted the Bengals to be a topic, so I'll wait.
Okay.
But yeah, I got the Bengals at 11-6 and number 5. So who do you got in the second wild card spot at number 6?
See, you said second wild card spot, so now I'm like, oh shit. Out
of 3, yeah.
The last 3 are tough because, well, I'll just go ahead and say it. The Ravens.
Okay.
The Ravens are guaranteed one of the wild card spots. The last 3, whichever one you put them in, I don't really care. But only because they're going to be good. You said 12-5. That's probably exactly what I had in my mind. But only because the Bengals, I had them winning their division. So that's where me and you flip-flopped again on those two. But they got handled by the fucking Bengals in Baltimore. I don't know why. I mean, they could easily get smacked in Cincinnati again. I know you think they're all going to split, which is ideal for all of them. I don't think that's going to happen. The Bengals are probably going to... I would give them at least 4-2 in the division.
Okay.
So they already beat the Steelers once. Give them another win. That'd be 3-0. They could probably beat the... I think they could. I think they're better than the Ravens all around. They could probably beat them again. I don't know. We'll see about the Browns.
Okay. All right. So, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, like, I've got Ravens, Bengals, Browns. Browns being my number 6. Like, that shit could go either way with any three of those teams. If one team has a bad week, that could fuck their division wins or division chances over.
Yeah.
Obviously, they'll probably make the playoffs, but so I have the Browns at number 6, going 11-6.
Isn't that crazy?
Same as the Bengals.
3 teams in the same fucking division.
Yeah.
Like realistically,
that happened with us in the NFC
playoffs.
South a couple years ago, like 2017 or some shit. So yeah, I got the Browns going 11-6, same as the Bengals, losing to the Chiefs, Chargers, Cardinals, and Packers. The Bengals fucked themselves, honestly, losing to the Bears. That was a bad loss for them.
Yeah, it was. And they should have beat the Packers. They
Yeah.
should have beat the Packers.
So I got the Browns going 11-6, Chiefs, Chargers, Cardinals, Packers, Bengals, Ravens being their 6 losses. Yeah. The Browns are a good team. They got a good the best running game in the league. I know, Derrick Henry's the best rusher in the league, but as a team, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, when Nick Chubb comes back,
they get almost 200 yards a game.
They're great. Baker Mayfield, I don't care what you say, he's a great quarterback when it comes to play action passes.
Yeah.
And their defense is really fucking good, especially on paper. So I think Odell, honestly, my opinion, Odell just drags the team down. But I think they are a good team on paper. 11-6 as my number 6 seed. Now, this is where it's a toss-up. Who you got at number 7, last spot in the AFC?
This is where I pulled what I did for y'all, pulled a me, and I'm going to... I have the Browns... Well, the Browns are currently in it right now, but I have on here that the Patriots, I think, if we keep coming into our own, could overtake the Browns for the last spot.
Wow.
So...
Okay.
And that's honestly more to say against the Browns being in the same division as the Ravens and the Bengals. That's more what that is.
Okay.
Because we got a tough schedule. We put in perspective, okay? We actually play a lot of these teams we've already talked about, okay? We play the Chargers this week. That's a tough one. Then we play the Panthers. That's a tough one. Then we actually play the Browns. That's a huge game. Give it another couple of weeks, we play the Titans. Then we play the Bills for the first time. So it gets pretty dicey for our schedule in the next 6 weeks. The next month and a half is going to be pretty... We got to win a lot of big games.
Yeah, no shit.
So November 14th, mark it down. Patriots are playing the Browns. Winner of that game could take the final spot in the wild card, in my opinion. That'll be a big fucking game.
Okay.
Because I think the Patriots have a chance to edge it out. I try not to be biased, but I am truly thinking like, damn.
It's not biased.
I watch our team. Every week, everything about them, I know what they're like. The Browns on paper are great, obviously. They had a great playoff run last year. They got the same fucking team this year, literally. Same team, same coach, same everything. So we'll see. But I think the Patriots, are going to win some key games this year. They've had a couple of close losses to some great teams.
Yeah.
I think they can get some key wins against good teams in the second half.
Keep that Patriots schedule pulled up.
I got it right here for you. Just for you, buddy.
So for my number 7 spot, my last wild card spot, I went with the Chiefs.
What the fuck?
At 9-8.
Wow.
At 9-8.
Wow.
I did. The Chiefs going 9-8. They still got a stellar offense. Their defense sucks huge fucking balls. I showed you that stat on the Pat McAfee show that they pulled up. I sent it to you.
Sure.
So.
Oh yeah, they're last in everything.
Literally every fucking thing defensively. Yep. Let me just pull it up.
Yeah, I remember.
Actually, I deleted it. Okay, so yeah, they're last in basically everything on defense. But I still think they can beat the Raiders. Did they already lose to the Raiders? I can't remember. No. Yes. No.
Yeah, I don't think they played them yet.
Okay,
actually.
so they could beat the Raiders twice. I'll get to that in a second. Then the Broncos, they'll beat them. And then the Chargers, they'll lose to them. But they might split with the Chargers. I think I have them splitting with the Chargers. Yes, I do. I have them splitting. So I think they can squeak in 9-8 just because their offense is so fucking good. Andy Reid's a good damn coach. They're not a bad offense. They have some overrated players on their fucking offense.
Sorry, Kill.
Hilaire, you know. But anyway, I think they can squeak in at 9-8 just because after the Browns, in my opinion, you got 14-3 the first 3 seeds, 12-5 at the 4th, and then Bengals and Browns at 11-6, and then just honestly it drops off, in my opinion. Yeah, there's competitive teams out there, including the Patriots, but it's not with them at the top tier, in my opinion. So I got the Chiefs at 9-8. Now in the hunt, I've got the Patriots at 8-9. Could be 9-8, depending on the Bills game. Okay. At least one of the Bills games, but they do have a tougher schedule. I think they'll beat the Panthers.
It is tough.
I think they'll. Now before the season started, I said the Panthers were beating the Patriots.
Yep,
now
you did. I remember.
Now Patriots are beating the Panthers.
Put W now, yeah.
Yep, Patriots are beating the Panthers right now. In my opinion, they have a tough schedule, and they are a good team. They are a competitive team, and they could easily possibly squeeze into the wild card spot. Now that's why I'm not saying that's not a biased take. Them getting the 7th seed.
Right.
It's not, in my opinion. Yeah. So they could easily get in there especially if they beat the Browns.
Yeah.
That's going to be a player. That's going to be a game of the week.
We just talked about. I mean, they got to play the Chargers. They got to play the Patriots. I think the Panthers will be in the playoffs. They got to play the Panthers. They got to play the Bills twice. They got to play the Titans. Yeah. The list goes on. So, and then they ended off with Jaguars Dolphins. So that's a nice way to end that.
So you were high on the Raiders.
Yeah. How have you not said their name? You don't have them even in the hunt?
The second team in the hunt, 7-10 Raiders.
7-10?
I think they're going to fall off. So I'm not saying it's 100% because of Gruden. I think Gruden's is a part of it. But
they're 2-0 without him, so
they play the next games they got. You ready?
Okay.
Chiefs.
Division, yeah.
Bengals.
Yeah.
Cowboys. Chiefs. Browns. Chargers. That's not all the teams. I skipped the Colts, Broncos, and Washington. Mm-hmm. But that's, 5 teams? 6 teams? That are...
So what I'm getting at is you're too high on the Chiefs for me. I think they can beat the Chiefs' ass both games. They're not good.
They could.
On defense.
They could.
I mean, Derek Carr could easily... They could drop a 45-piece on them.
They could. But the Chiefs aren't. I don't think the Chiefs are dead. Their offense isn't dead. Their defense might be dead.
I feel like...
But who can outscore who? I'm going to go with the Chiefs on outscoring the Raiders.
Yeah, but if you compare, like, which offense will struggle, quote, struggle more against the other... Like, the Raiders have some... they have potential on defense. They don't have, like, the worst defense in the league. Right. Literally, the Chiefs have the worst defense in
possibly ever.
Maybe.
Possibly ever.
At least in the 21st century.
Yeah.
They're so bad. I think the Raiders could definitely beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They might split. It's just the schedule. They have a really tough schedule.
You said
at the beginning of the season, they had Baltimore hard, Steelers, Dolphins, Chargers, Bears, Broncos, Eagles. They have the Giants coming up. Relatively easier schedule compared to the last half of the season. I think they're going to fall off. I was high on Derek Carr. I still am. Derek Carr's...
It's quite a prediction.
Derek Carr's great. Nothing against him. The team in general, I don't think they're going to live up to the hype as everybody thinks. They have a tough schedule coming up. But yeah, that's our predictions.
That's quite a prediction. I'll give you that.
That's our playoff predictions.
That's one of those gut feeling predictions.
It is. And Gruden, I'm not going to say Gruden's that is the reason, but it's a reason. It is a reason.
It's a good reason.
Gruden's a good coach. Bad decisions.
They're just 2-0 without him. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. So anyway, going on to the next topic, we got John Gary wanted us to talk about the Bengals. Are they the real deal? I know you already said something about it. You want to go ahead and say something else?
You take over. Hold on. Sorry. Let me...
Yeah, go ahead.
The real deal, meaning... Are these Super Bowl contenders? No. Too soon.
Right.
Near future, maybe? Pretty good. I mean, roster-wise, they got a great receiving core.
Yep.
Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, who's, by the way, way underrated.
He is.
One of the best slot receivers in football.
And he's their third string receiver.
Yeah, and they got T. Higgins, who's a big, tall, red zone threat. They have this crazy-ass tight end out of nowhere. I think he's been on the team a couple years. Uzoma or whatever.
Yep.
That dude's nice, man. He's a good
Very
receiver. Their O-line is but they got a great running back, a dual-threat running back, mind you, and Joe Mixon.
Let me say, their O-line is doing a lot better than I thought they would.
Yeah, they are. He's
might
not
just be
running
Joe
for his
Burrow.
life. He was running for his life last year.
That might just be play calling, offensive strategy.
Yeah.
Doing a better job. They probably still suck, but...
Yeah, they got Joe Burrow, who is comparable to his counterpart, his second-year counterpart, and Justin Herbert. They're both studs. And then their defense is, like I mentioned earlier, they're technically like fifth in the league. I mean, all that matters is how many points you give up, and they're fifth in that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're the real deal to that extent, but they're not good enough to go and win big. I don't think go out and beat the Bills. Right. In these big games in the playoffs or whoever in the playoffs. They're not good enough for that. Right. I don't think so. I don't think they're that real deal, but they're definitely a good team.
I mean, they have, like you said, they have one of the best offenses in the league.
Yep.
Very balanced. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball.
Yep.
Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon. Great stars on offense. They're all young as well.
I know.
They can build
all like 25 and younger or something. It's crazy.
Can build a long-term fucking team with this, what they got right now. So one of the top offenses of the league. Defensively, points per game, top 5 in the league. Yeah. Like you said, they're 5th, right?
5th.
Yeah. Yard-wise, they're about average, but they hold them to points. That's all that fucking matters.
Red zone defense, man.
But the only thing that I have them not top tier, they have had a fairly easy schedule so far. They lost to the Bears and the Packers. Later on, they played the Vikings, Ravens, and Packers. Those are considered tough games. They beat the Vikings barely. They stomped the shit out of the Ravens.
I'm about to say, good team.
Very good team.
They got a couple good wins, I think.
And they lost to the Packers. But they've had a couple tough games. But they have, besides those, they've had a relatively easy schedule.
Yeah.
So they're a good team. But the thing that's going to get them, in my opinion, is they're very young. So they're going to make the playoffs, obviously. Yeah. But they have a lot to learn. You see it time and time again. You saw it with the Rams, the Panthers.
Yep.
Fucking who else? A young team that lost early on. Or not even early on, in the playoffs. A young team that lost early on in the playoffs. Rams, Panthers, those are the only two that comes to mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good team, but very young. They can lose in the playoffs just because the veterans aren't
You could say the Cowboys.
Cowboys, yeah.
Dak came out and him
with
and
the
Zeke
Packers.
were a big deal, yeah.
Yep. They had one of the best offense, if not the best offense in the league at the time. They lost to the
Rodgers.
the Packers.
Send them home.
So they will make the playoffs, but I think they can lose pretty quickly just because of the age. But the talent is there. If the money works right, they could honestly build a fucking dynasty.
Yeah.
It's a really good team.
I'm not sure of the coach. One of the many, half the league is just these new young coaches. He's probably like 38 years old or some shit. But he so far he knows what to do with his talent, and that's the problem. Or that's normally the problem. Ask Cliff Kingsbury. I always got to find a way to throw that in there.
I get it. I know.
But so far he's figuring it out.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you for the topic, John. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kurt, for the playoff prediction topic.
Yeah.
Now we're moving on to what Nick wanted to talk about.
That's right.
Who is going to be the MVP of the season?
Well, before last week, I was going to go with one of two people. Quarterbacks, of course, Murray and Tom Brady. Let's start with Kyla Murray, right? That's everyone's probably like obvious, like, oh, MVP. Well, great case. He's first in completion percentage. Yep. I believe it is 73.5. That's pretty fucking stout. With that, he's first in QBR, 116. The next closest is like 5 or 6 below that, so that's great. And he's tied for second yards per attempt with 9. The leader is like 9.3, so it's that close. He's got 17 touchdowns, only 5 picks to that 17. His own line's held up okay. He's about average in sacks. He's got 16 on the season. If you keep it right, just over 30, that's not bad. So far, he's looking good. And he's a mobile quarterback. I don't really have any of his mobile stats, but his ability to escape the pocket. He's a playmaker. A lot of his throws and stuff he makes are on the run. He's a flashy player. So you got Kyla Murray, and then you got old TB12. Any chance I get to talk about Tom Brady? It's a good day.
Right.
He is kind of crazy right now. What is he? 74 years old. Right?
I didn't include Tom Brady. That's all you.
Okay. Well, he's old as shit.
Yep.
But he's first in passing yards, first in touchdowns, first in completions.
Mm-hmm.
I understand he has a stacked team, but so doesn't Kyler Murray. So I don't like that excuse, except when I get to use it for the next guy. The real MVP, who can now be considered MVP. He threw a touchdown pass last week. He can officially be considered for MVP candidacy. Derrick fucking Henry. First in rushing yards, first in touchdowns, and a really cool stat that I found looking at all his stats, first in rushing first downs. Which means, hey, we need a first down. Here you go.
Yep.
Yeah, he's done it 45 times. Next guy's like 10 less. Okay? And I'd like to look at his stats real quick. Hunter, how many weeks have we been in football? 2021?
8. No, 7.
7 weeks. 7 weeks? Okay. 869 rushing yards already. Already 191 attempts. That's 124 yards a game. 10 touchdowns.
4.5 average.
Yeah. On pace to be is it the first guy ever to get 3 straight 2,000-yard seasons?
Could be.
I know he tied. I think he tied it last year.
Not total yards, straight. Rushing yards.
Rushing yards. Yeah. Yes. Derrick Henry is the MVP to me right now. I knew he's a running back.
It's not far-fetched.
But the excuse that I just made for Brady and Murray that they have a stacked team, dude, they don't even, their own line's not even that stout to me. I mean, they're okay. They're good. I guess they're a good rushing offensive line. They're not like some oh man, they're like the Cowboys. Like they're not that good. They're above average, but they're not great. Tannehill's a decent quarterback, right? They have an okay passing game. Their defense is about as average as they get. They got a couple playmakers, and that's it. It's just Derrick Henry on the team. And right now he's got them at, I think it's 5 wins. He's got them at 5-2, first in their division. And he's got all the stats to go with it. I think he is, right now, a running back is on pace to win the MVP, in my opinion.
That's not far-fetched. So I didn't include Tom Brady. So, MVP.
Who's the third guy?
I don't have a third.
Oh,
MVP,
shit. All right.
most valuable player.
Yeah.
Who do I think the NFL will vote for? Statistically, history says it's quarterback, right? There's only been one running back in the past 10 years, and that was Adrian Peterson.
Yep.
Obviously, he was going to be Adrian Peterson at the time. So I'm going to go MVP right now, NFL-wise, Kyla Murray. Obviously, quarterback. In my opinion, Kyla Murray, still.
What?
Now, Derrick Henry, I agree with everything you've said. Derrick Henry, I don't want to say carries the team completely because their offensive line is pretty good. Ryan Tannehill's not a bad quarterback. He's not great. They do have A.J. Brown, who's a top fucking tier receiver in the league. Yep. Julio, best receiver in the leagues, talent-wise. They do have a good offense. Kyler Murray, if it was most valuable player, I'm not going off stats. I'm going off if this player was removed from that team, how would they be? If Kyler Murray was gone, they would not be 7-0. 100% would not be 7-0. Kyler Murray is carrying that team on his back.
Have you asked yourself, what if Derrick Henry wasn't on the Titans right now? What if he was
I don't think they'd be as good as they are, obviously, but I think they would be decent.
It sounds the same to me.
No,
because if Murray wasn't on the Cardinals, right? You don't want to think of a person replacing him. That's going to be hard. But let's just say he wasn't on the Cardinals, right? They just had just Joe Schmo, who's an average quarterback. Say that Jared Goff or fucking Jimmy Garoppolo, one of these average guys that somehow manages to start on a weekly basis, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're 7-0. You give them at least 5-2.
Dude, I don't even think that
because they're off because they got this stacked roster.
The plays that Kyler makes when you watch the game are unfucking real.
No, they're incredible.
Unreal. Yeah. It's what he does as a player that makes it completely. It's just unreal. It's like when you had him in Madden. The fucker was just a fucking beast.
Quick story. I before he was big time, I got him in Madden, and he was like an 81 overall rookie, and he was the best player in the game.
A little short shit. His fucking feet move faster than a damn cheetah.
Yep.
Because he's so damn fucking quick. Take him out of the team. It's just what he does and the threat he is on the field.
Yeah.
I think you put Jared Goff in there, Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah. No, God knows. Yeah, they do have a good receiving core. Their O-line sucks ass, but they're only good right now statistically because of him.
Okay.
Because he can escape the fucking pocket and do what he does.
Yeah.
He is a dog.
I just, what you're saying, I agree, but I feel the same way strongly about Derrick Henry.
I get it.
You can't just put some, second guy running back behind there and give him the load he has and expect the same results. There's no way. Another
reason I think why it's Kyla Murray. Derrick Henry, statistically, the last 2 seasons, has had better stats than this season. In 2020 and 2019, statistically, he has done better in those 2 years. And he didn't win MVP. Granted,
the season's not over.
Mahomes, Lamar had 2 good seasons. Lamar, not really, but 2 good seasons.
I agree with you that a quarterback's going to win it. And if the quarterback's going to win it, it's probably going to be Murray.
But we're not going with the NFL. We're going with what we would say.
Right. So we didn't do this last year. Right. I probably would have said the same shit last year.
I get it. 100%.
You know what I mean?
And it's not far-fetched.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm saying Kyler, I already said it, but Derrick, statistically, 2020 and 2019 had better stats. He's averaging, 4.5 yards a carry now?
Yep.
Last year, 5.4. The year before that, 5.1. Though he had a rough start this year.
His first 2 weeks, first game really was bad.
Against the Cardinals.
It was 1-something yards a carry.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't think they just utilized him right. He is on pace to beat his touchdowns as he did the last 2 seasons. He isn't on pace to beat 2020, which he had 2,027 yards, but also that extra game could help him.
That's right.
So.
That's right.
I just
17, baby.
I don't think just because of that he will be MVP. And like I just said, Kyla Murray. You take Kyla Murray out, they're not. They might fucking win 3 games.
Well, also Derrick Henry doesn't have 5 interceptions either, so you can say that too.
He does have a passing touchdown, like you said.
That's right.
He's got a better. Dog.
Yeah, he's got a 158 QBR.
Beat Mahomes out.
Huh?
Beat Mahomes.
That's right.
QBR.
Yeah. Right now, I'd rather have Derrick Henry at goal line than Patrick Mahomes.
I saw a little picture. It was, Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. Let me fucking throw a damn touchdown and get a 158.3.
That's right. See? He's got a passing touchdown now. He's on the list. If you throw a touchdown officially because only quarterbacks can win the MVP, then you're now in the running.
It isn't far-fetched, by the way, with what you said. It really isn't. And if you don't agree, Derrick Henry, Kyler Murray, your top 2, or at least 2 out of your 3.
Then who the hell what are you watching?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy G.
All right, Jared Goff. LOL.
Poor guy.
Hey, Jared Goff is finally the reason the Rams won a playoff or won a game this week.
What are you talking about?
The Rams beat them.
Yeah, beat the shit out of them. Oh.
Yeah, he's the reason they won.
Yep.
Finally.
He is.
The defense didn't carry him this time. Anyway, so we got a new segment. What the fuck we want to talk about? Whatever we want to fucking talk about. You go ahead. What do you want to say about whatever NFL wise?
I just want to talk about how happy I am with the season, and also more specifically, last Sunday. Very rarely are me and Mr. Hastings here at the house together while football's on. You got season tickets. If there is a home game, he's there. I'm all over I'll go to any one of 4 different places to watch the game. My family's place, wherever. We were both at the house watching our games at the same time at 1 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And the joy that I have when you just randomly start yelling and cursing out Robbie Anderson. It really does make my day. We could have lost to the Jets by 30 touchdowns, and I would have had a smile on my face. Because every 5 minutes, fucking Robbie Anderson, dude, cut him, he sucks. The whole fucking day. That's all, even after the game. Hours after the game. And I watched a lot of that game, and I know why. And I think it's hilarious.
I was about to bring that up.
I think it's fucking hilarious. So I just like when you talk shit about Robbie Anderson, because he really is fucking bad.
Our football chat that we have on Snapchat, they don't watch the games. There might be.
They don't watch the games.
I watch them, and Bryant Hooker watches them. That's it. Out of the 20 people in that chat, those are the only two that watch the Panther game. So when I text something and I'm pissed off, Bryant doesn't really talk in the chat.
Yeah.
He just reads them. Nobody says anything. Everybody talks shit. Oh, why are you dogging on Robbie?
Yeah.
Do you know why I do the things I do and say the things I say?
I do. Y'all, listen. There's two things to learn. And I learned them all this weekend because I watched a lot of the games, right?
One game against one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean, listen. Patriots playing the Jets. It was SmackDown. You know, I was just kind of enjoying my day, right? And I watched a lot of the Panthers game. Their O-line could be the worst in football. They are pretty fucking bad.
Last week I said that I would rather take the Patriots' second string
and I disagree
over.
But I'd take our second string. I would. They're not good at all. And then, yeah, Robbie Anderson really is fucking terrible. And Matt Rule he's getting dumber and dumber, man. He's complimenting bad offensive coordinating. And he's pulling a quarterback, who, even though it's not his fault that there's a struggle to score points and move the ball. I don't get it. But yeah, I just enjoyed your yelling, and I now officially can see why you're mad, and I am sorry for you. But I think it'll turn around because I think you're gonna be healthy, and you guys have such a good roster that it'll turn around once you guys get a few key players back on defense and McCaffrey down the stretch.
I'm really glad that you have high hopes on the Panthers.
I do. I'm not giving up on it yet.
What did I tell you about this flag right behind me?
Yeah, I don't know why it's still up there. You said you were going to take it down for the episode.
I was about to. Yeah, I was about to make a statement and take the fucking thing down.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
I'm glad you're holding it in. Did I change your mind?
No.
Oh, okay.
So, I told you that we should record Sunday night because of how pissed off I was.
It would have been people. It was bad. I mean,
I was beyond.
I didn't want to fucking get in his line of sight because I was like, oh shit, he's gonna.
I was so damn pissed off.
Say something.
I was sitting in this room watching.
Yeah.
And eventually I moved downstairs to where you were watching every game.
Yep.
And just put my phone up on the fucking thing for you to watch the whole game.
You sure did.
So there's 5 problems. There's 5 problems for the Panthers. I got 5.
Damn. Okay.
5 fucking problems for the Panthers. We're going to go through every single fucking one of them.
Okay.
So not saying one of the problems yet, but first and foremost, it's not Sam Darnold's fucking fault.
I back this up 100%.
It is not, as a Patriot fan, it is not Sam Darnold's fucking fault.
Look, he's not MVP right now, people, but he's not the reason y'all are losing games. Sorry, he's not.
Dude, I'm going to call out a bunch of fucking people and a bunch of fucking pages. Dude, okay, so it's not Sam Darnold's fault. C-Mac being injured is a problem, but we should not have to rely on our fucking running back with the team we have, offense we have, to score fucking points.
Yeah.
When you have to rely on your running back to score points, like it could be with the Titans, you got a fucking problem.
Yeah.
So, Sam's fault. It's not Sam's fault. To all the Panther fans out there, I'll get to that in a minute. That's problem number 5. I'll go ahead and give you a sneak peek. So, problem number 1, you already said it. Coaching. Joe Brady is the biggest dumbass at offensive coordinator I've ever seen in my fucking life.
I agree.
He is a fucking idiot. Play designs, fucking horrible. It's the same shit every damn fucking week. Play calling, same shit every damn fucking week. Canyon Combs wanted us to talk about why Robbie Anderson isn't getting open. Because of Joe Brady's fucking ass. And it's Robbie Anderson, but it's mostly because of Joe Brady. Because when DJ Moore's not getting open, I'm not going to blame that on DJ. I'm going to blame that on the fucking offensive coordinator. Because DJ's a good fucking receiver.
Yeah, he's going to get double team. They're going to hit him off the line and stuff. Yeah.
Now, when you run a 2 wide receiver set, you have 5 people blocking, 2 tight ends that go shallow routes, whatever, and a running back that can't catch, so you don't throw it to him. And nobody's getting open, and Sam has to run for his fucking life. I'm not going to say that's on the receivers. Your receivers aren't getting open because the fucking play design sucks dick. Your offensive coordinator can't fucking call a damn play to make your fucking receivers get open. So Joe Brady, I'm sorry, dude. I know you had a good time at LSU. You were a great had a great offense with Joe Brady.
Why.
Fucking damn Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Terrence Marshall, Justin Jefferson. I mean, fuck, you had the greatest fucking offense of all time in college.
Yep.
Obviously, you're going to be good. You are not ready for the fucking NFL. You had your chance of being a head coach last year. Thank God to all those fucking teams that didn't choose you as a head coach. Because the NFL has figured you out, my friend. You're just like fucking Urban Meyer. Hey, every team's like playing in the fucking playing Alabama.
Yep.
No shit. They found your fucking tendencies. They found what you do. They know exactly what you're fucking doing all the time. Granted, that's why we only scored 3 fucking points against New York Giants. A horrible team, a horrible defense.
Yeah.
Fuck Joe Brady. He needs to get fired right fucking now.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
Coaching.
I don't know about that.
Matt Rule. Fuck you. Matt Rule, lack of trust in his own fucking quarterback. This is the second week in a row he has said Sam Darnold needs to play better. We fucking did that. We watched the game.
Yeah.
All the Panther fans out there, me knowing something, some of you, not all, some of you not knowing a damn thing, and call yourself Panther fans that don't watch the fucking games.
Yeah.
Realistically, how many bad passes did he have?
When they pulled him, maybe about 4.
We said 4, right?
One of them was a pick.
Yep, that was bad.
3 of them, the other 2 weren't even. They were like first down plays and weren't even effective. And one was a third down where I thought he had somebody open and he missed him. And that was all I saw. And that goes into the fourth quarter.
4.
So
statistically, this man he was 16 for 25 for only 111 yards, and he had a pick. He got sacked 3 times. Mm-hmm. So when you pull a fucking quarterback, I don't know what you're seeing, especially with that. I don't know what you're seeing. He's running for his fucking life. He has to throw the ball away. That's an incompletion. His receivers dropped how many? Robbie dropped, again, I think, 3.
Yeah, 3 by himself.
DJ dropped 1.
Dropped another one. Yep.
Chuba dropped at least 1.
Yep.
That's 3, 4, 5. That's 5. 16 out of 25. You're missing what? 4?
Yep.
4 incompletions that were his fault. And that's what we fucking said.
Yep.
Come on, people. Matt.
Show some numbers.
Lack of trust in your fucking quarterback. You see the talent. Everybody sees the talent. Well, not everybody. Matt, you fucking see the talent. He's a damn talented fucking quarterback. It's not his fucking fault. So stop pinching him. Stop fucking throwing him under the bus for something that's your fucking fault and Joe fucking Brady. Not to mention, you said it. He had Joe Brady's back.
That's what was really annoying.
He said props to Joe Brady for props to Joe. He didn't say Brady. Props to Joe.
Yeah, smoking Joe.
For having good play calls and playing on our side of the 50. If you're having to play on your side of the 50 the whole fucking game,
that's what confused me and made me disappointed.
If you're having to play on your side of the 50, guess what? Your offense ain't doing a damn fucking thing. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, but damn. As a fan, this is fucking infuriating.
If I can ask the question, then, I was talking pretty good about it. I still like him. I think it's a good, I thought he was. Before, this was a couple weeks ago, we had to talk about it, and I said, I think Matt Rule is a good players coach, and
I
probably
agree.
like him. That may have changed the last few weeks. Is he the right coach for the Panthers right now?
I don't know. I agree.
Do they need to go back and find another defensive-minded coach and a hard ass? I mean, what's going on here?
I think he did a good job at building the team. But when you're throwing your quarterback under the fucking bus like that,
2 weeks in a row,
it's something that's not his fucking fault. I mean, damn. What are you supposed to do when you have 3 guys coming at your face within a second and a half? Your receivers aren't even open.
Dude,
they haven't even run their routes yet. They can't get open because the fucking play calling shit.
I think I did witness probably 3 plays. He got rid of one of them. I don't know how. Where he hiked the ball, and I think one of them was going to be a fucking handoff run, and he got sacked before he could turn around.
It's that bad.
It is pretty fucking bad.
That's Sam's fault.
Y'all gotta calm the fuck down with this whole Sam Darnold thing. It really isn't. Y'all just gotta watch, man.
Don't even get me started with that intentional grounding. Dude, that's when I started yelling.
Yeah.
I think Robbie dropping the first pass, you came in and I went, oh, there it is.
On third down.
The second one, I screamed. Intentional grounding, and it wasn't even because of that. I fucking pull up my phone. First thing I see, David Newton's ESPN Panther Insider's ass fucking throws Sam Darnold under the bus. Oh yeah, bad decision by Sam Darnold throwing it out of bounds in the end zone. Okay, for those who don't know football, if you get hit and sacked in the end zone, it is a safety, right?
Correct.
If you have an intentional grounding call in the end zone, it's a safety, correct?
Right.
Hey, guess what? If he doesn't throw the ball away, there's 3 people in his face. I think it was 2 or 3 defenders in his face. Yeah. What's going to happen?
He'll get sacked.
He'll get sacked, and what it'll be?
It'll be a safety.
So what does it fucking matter? Oh, it doesn't.
I didn't.
Hey, how about me personally, and as a coach, throw the fucking ball away so you don't die.
Yeah.
And I don't have to put in PJ Walker.
All right.
Fucking throw the ball away. It don't matter. It's
agree.
not his fault. He's going to get sacked anyway. It's going to be a fucking safety. Who's he going to throw it to?
Yeah.
Dude, it just pisses me off. And
I know.
And I look
nervous.
through posts and all these Panther fan pages out there and bagging on Sam Darnold. Oh yeah, why'd he throw it away? What the fuck else is he supposed to do?
I don't know. You okay?
Dude. Problem number 2.
That was only problem number 1?
Problem number 1. All right. Problem number 2. So problem number 1 was coaching because they're fucking idiots. Problem number 2. What do you think it is?
Offensive line.
Close.
Robbie Anderson.
Wide receivers.
Okay. You're not calling him out by himself.
I will.
I respect it.
Wide receivers being inconsistent. DJ Moore has a couple drops. Not doing too good.
Yeah.
He's still a top receiver in the league. Talent-wise, he's fucking great. I love him to death. He's still our franchise receiver. He's being inconsistent. Robbie can't catch a fucking ball at all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They had 8 drops not last week, but the week before against the Vikings.
Yep.
They had, I think, 5 or 4 this week. And they are now number 1 in drops across the whole entire NFL. They were second behind the Jets before the Giants game. Now they are first.
Okay.
So, wide receivers being inconsistent. Robbie Anderson can't catch a ball. He can't fucking run a route to save his fucking life. But I'm also going to blame that on Joe Brady.
Okay.
Wide receivers can't get open and just catching issues as a whole. Now, a certain fan, if he's watching this somehow, a certain fan says Sam Darnold throws the ball too hard. Fuck you. You're not a fucking fan of football? Go ahead.
If I may. Looking at the list of most drop passes on the season, number 1 is Robbie Anderson. Tied for second is DJ Moore. And tied for 6th is Chuba Hubbard. That's 3 key members of the Carolina offense in the top 6 in drop passes. And yes, that does put them as the most drop passes in the NFL. So, you may continue. Just make sure y'all know he's not full of shit, you know. It's pretty legit.
Oh, no. Well, Panther fans don't fucking know what they're talking about. 98% of them. I think I'm one of the only ones that know a thing or two.
Yeah.
So, there we go. They won't listen to it. You just spurted out bullshit, and they're like, oh, Robbie, you're a great receiver. They don't fucking know. They don't fucking know. They're stupid. They don't understand. Most of them. Anyway, plus, they haven't seen a winning team in a while. So, wide receivers being inconsistent, as you just fucking pointed out. So thank you for that, Nick. And also, Ken, you wanted me to talk about Robbie. Robbie's problems, they're trying to get the ball to him. That's Joe Brady being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Why throw it to the receiver that is literally the worst fucking thing in your offense?
I agree.
Why get him involved? I would say bench the fucker. I mean, granted, Terrence Marshall's still out. That's a big... I think he could be our number 2 receiver over Robbie. but he's out, so I understand you got to put Robbie in place. I understand that. But, dude, stop trying to force it to Robbie. And me and you both saw it. I think Sam lost trust in him.
He did.
There was a couple routes and a couple
wide
plays.
Open on a couple plays, and he threw it. And one of them made a great pass. It was triple coverage, but he threw it and made a great pass. And Robbie was wide open.
On the run.
I wouldn't fucking throw it
on
to
his
him
back
either.
foot.
Oh, he's excellent at throwing on the run.
Running, he's right-handed. If you run out to the left, you have to cross your body, throw it to DJ. Beautiful throw.
Yeah.
Didn't throw it to Robbie right there in the fucking flat.
Yep.
Fuck him. I agree. If he did that if he did that again, I would be completely fine with it. Even if it wasn't for the first down, I don't care. I don't give a shit. And you know, that was probably Matt Rule's dumbass fucking mission. You should have threw it to Robbie right there. Suck a dick. He ain't gonna catch the fucking ball anyway.
I know.
He goes 1 for fucking 5 a damn game. So Robbie, I've always said it, he's one-dimensional. He's a deep threat. He last year he ran some slants.
He can't even do it right now.
No, he can't. Well, granted, I think that's problem number 3. But he's a deep threat, dude. Last year he ran some slants, he ran some posts, he ran some hitches, whatever.
Real quick, this is awesome. This is even better. Okay, not necessarily drops. This is including passes not caught, indicating catchable passes.
Dude,
who's number 1 in the league in passes not caught? Robbie fucking Anderson. Now DJ still holding on number 3 spot, but he's got other catches and yards to make up for it.
Passes not caught.
Yeah,
meaning
catchable passes that he didn't catch.
When we say drops, like 8, like I was talking to John last week. Yeah. When we say 8 drops in one game, I'm talking that's drops right here.
Right. Yeah. Not catchable. He has 30 fucking 1 that catchable passes that he did not catch.
Catchable within, like I'm saying, within a yard.
Yeah.
That you can catch.
So.
Yeah. Sam's not the fucking problem, dude.
He could be right now the worst receiver in football.
He is.
He could be, yeah.
I didn't like the pickup.
Holy shit.
2 years ago. I don't like the pickup now. I didn't like the pickup I didn't like it last year when he had 1,000 yards. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I didn't like it. This is a fucking reason. I knew it going into it. Fuck him. Problem number 3. O-line. You said it. Offensive line can't block shit. We haven't had a for sure starter on the offensive line besides Paradis and Moten. Paradis can't fucking block a damn thing. Moten's struggling this year. He's good, let's be honest. Offensive line fucking sucks. We're second in sacks allowed with 21. One behind the lead at 22, which is Justin Fields. So Sam Darnold doesn't have time to fucking let the play develop. I'm going to blame that on Joe Brady as well. And, dude, you saw it. You saw the game. He's running for his fucking life every damn play.
He is. He really is.
It's not just me. There you go. There's your fucking unbiased opinion. 25th in yards per carry at 3.8. Matt Rule, our almighty coach, said we need to run the ball more. After the Eagles game, he said we need to run the ball more. Yeah. Last week, I said that was a mistake. Did I not?
You did.
Because we averaged 3.8 yards a carry.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is just
get 3.8 yards a carry.
Yep.
We're 25th in yards per carry after this week at 3.8. So that, good job, Matt. You didn't fucking run the ball against one of the worst defenses in the league. Congratulations. Offensive line is a problem. Problem number 4, defensive injuries. Something we can't help. Our defense has been playing poorly. It's Shaq Thompson's hurt. J.C. Horn's hurt. Stephon Gilmore's hurt. C.J. Anderson's hurt. Justin Burrs is hurt. Yitzhak Gross-Matos is hurt. The list goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
I get it. Injuries is why the defense sucks. That's not anybody's problem. That's not Phil Snow, defensive coordinator's problem. That's not Matt Rule's problem. That's just life. So it sucks.
It's just life. That's right.
Problem number 5. Fans.
Oh my God.
Panthers Insider. Panthers Center on Instagram. Panther fans in general. CBS Sports. David Newton. Matt Rule. These are the ones I just saw right off. I'm talking within 10 minutes of the game being over.
Okay.
All throwing Sam Darnold under the fucking bus. I talked to 3 fans after the Vikings game. Talked to 3 fans. All said, "Let's bring Cam back." Oh no, Sam Darnold's bad quarterback play.
Okay.
I had to bite my tongue. I didn't want to get in a fight. Fans don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I don't know. I really do think it's that they're. He was kind of hyped up a little bit because we hyped him up, and I still am hyping him up. Maybe listen. Not every quarterback is going to play like a fucking MVP. That's what they're talking. They're wanting this quarterback. They're wanting Sam to lead the league in touchdowns and yards and percent and all this stuff. And because he's not, they're just like, oh, he sucks.
And why is he not?
Yeah. Why is he not?
Why is he?
Give you four fucking reasons. You already said it.
Receivers can't catch a ball. You just got the stats to prove it. I didn't even bring up stats. Nick did. Offensive line, worst in the league by far.
Yeah, it is.
Sack wise, second worst. Sorry.
Yeah, but the rushing's pretty bad too.
Rushing's fucking horrible, and I guarantee you the Bears have a better rushing yards per carry than the fucking Panthers do. So, offensive line sucks. Wide receivers suck. Joe Brady is a fucking idiot when it comes to offensive coordinating. Mm-hmm. Fucking retarded. Matt Rule, fucking retarded at a damn head coach right now. Maybe they'll turn it around. I doubt it, but they're fucking idiots. Sam Darnold is not the fucking problem, people. Sam Darnold is a damn good quarterback. He is very talented. He is what you want in a franchise quarterback, and if you build a fucking team around the motherfucker, he will do good. Quarterbacks aren't just supposed to be great right off the fucking rip. You saw, what is Trevor Lawrence doing phenomenal with the Jags?
No.
Nope. Is Zach Wilson with the Jets?
Hell no.
Nope. Statistically, they're better than the fucking Panthers are right now. Statistically, in the last 4 games.
Oh my God. Really?
So,
damn.
Just fucking throwing that out there. This is coming from a person that watches the fucking games every week.
Yep.
It's fucking pathetic, and I'm not blaming Sam Darnold. And Panther fans out there, get your heads out of your asses, because they are so far up there. Fucking listen, it's not Sam Darnold. Back your fucking quarterback up, and fucking trust your damn quarterback. I don't want Deshaun Watson. I don't want him. I don't want to spend 3 first-round picks on him. Man. I want to keep Sam Darnold as a fucking quarterback.
What a bad move that would be. Trading your whole future away. Even play. Yeah, that'd be a bad move.
Sam Darnold is the fucking future of the Carolina Panthers. If you don't like it, fuck you. Go to the fucking Patriots. I don't want you as a fucking fan. I will revoke your fucking Panther fandom if you say Sam Darnold is a fucking problem. Fuck you. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm done. I can't wait to hear the backlash, and I don't give a damn.
Did you let it out? Do you feel better?
Nope. Okay. But I'll stop right there.
Okay.
You got anything else, Nick?
No, I just really enjoyed that, and I'm glad I could be a part of it. And I really am. I am a neutral party. I agree 100%. It's not Sam's fault.
And you saw it this game.
I watched it firsthand.
One more thing. I saw a couple posts that said PJ Walker's in. I read some comments. Thank God PJ's in. Sam sucks. PJ's in.
How'd that work out?
He went a whopping 3 for 14.
33 yards. Oh, and he got sacked 3 times too. So
3 for 14.
Thank God.
PJ's a good backup.
PJ Walker.
If PJ comes in and does even worse than Sam, what does that tell you? Sam's better.
To perspective, honestly, let's put our MVP candidate right now, Kyla Murray, in Sam Darnold's position.
He will do better than Sam, obviously.
Because he can run. That's it.
But yeah, no.
There's no one that can do good with a shit offensive line and one great receiver. And your other second receiver is probably the worst receiver in football.
Right now.
Statistically, he is. I mean,
he is. He absolutely is. Now, one more thing. Like I said, Sam, it's not his fault.
Yep.
I want people to stop fucking ragging on him, because I really, especially the Panther fans, because if that is our franchise quarterback, which I believe it is,
yep,
we need to fucking support the fucker.
I agree.
Stop bagging on him.
You already got him for next year. You already got that locked up.
So. Good. I'm glad. We fucking need it. Sam is the fucking answer to the Panthers. 100%. Fuck every Panther fan that says otherwise.
Fuck them.
Fuck them all. I don't give a damn.
Bitches.
So, yeah. That's my rant. I'm glad if you stayed till the end of it. Good for you. This will be an extra episode anyway, or an extra little.
Yeah, you need your own thing for this. That was impressive.
So, anyway, you got anything else, Nick?
No, that's it.
Cool. All right.
I'm satisfied.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed our Halloween episode of The Extra Point, episode 51. Tune in next week as we will have episode 52, and we'll see if something amazing happens next week. Probably not. It'll probably be the same.
We could beat the Chargers. That would be pretty amazing.
That would be great.
That would be insane, awesome. Huh?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Could happen. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Tune in next week for episode 52, and we'll catch you later.